No, no, no. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? There, wait, wait.
I kept pressing the request button. I was like, so what's happening?
You guys, Sarah Bolger is in her home in Dublin right now, and she stayed up to hang out with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning.
Oh, what time is it? Morning? What time is it?
It's midnight over there.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
not that late.
Rosie, it's midnight over there. I did my research.
Listen.
He knows it. He knows his Irish facts now.
I do.
But did you know that Sarah Bolger's father is a butcher, but she won't tell me if his name is Felipe, because that will really blow up everything for me.
His name's Derek.
Are we sure he's saying the truth?
I did know he was a butcher, actually. I did know that.
Okay, but the 660 other people here maybe didn't, Danny P.
My father's going to be so excited that he was mentioned on Entertainment Weekly tonight. He's going to be so happy.
Shout out to your dad in Dublin. Okay, you guys, we got to talk about this finale. Miguel has been abandoned by literally everybody. I think we called that from the beginning of the season. And Emily was just like, I will survive. Grabbed her kid and she's out of there. Let's talk about this. Sarah, ladies first.
Yeah, I mean, this episode was just so explosive on so many levels. But I think, yeah, this, there with the bruises on her neck, she had enough. She had to leave. I mean, there's so much history between Miguel and Emily. There's so much. There is love, but they couldn't look each other in the eye this whole season. Pretty much, they were keeping so much from their relationship and so much to themselves that it was fraught there towards the end.
Good or bad, Miguel was really he's tethered by his wife and his son, and they're gone. Is he going to the dark side fully?
Is that
Danny Pino?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know where he's going to go. I think that Sarah said it perfectly. They've been at odds. I think even before this season. Probably halfway through last season, things were starting to fray. And that's what happens when there's deceit and lies on both sides, right? It's hard to tell who started it and where one finished and one ends. I think it's also kind of a cautionary tale. This is do not get marriage advice from the Galindos.
Oh my God, never. Poor Cristobal. Like, what have we done to that poor child?
I mean, do you guys get together and ever say, like, this is going to be him in the future?
I'm sure it was I'd love to know what that conversation is between Emily and Miguel, before they had the child. It's like, what if he wanted to get into the father's business?
Will be season 82 of Mayans MC, and it'll be Cristobal.
Well, I think the poetry that Elgin James laid out for us is that the duality of their lives is at the end of that episode in Miguel's hands, right? He has the drug and he has the wedding ring. So it's like the family and the drugs are in his hands. And I think it's also poetic that when he leaves, he's flying over the same property, the land that Emily and Miguel were going to develop to legitimize the business. And it's now gone. So, all of their plans are basically void.
Sarah, there are so many moments that I love from you this season, but I have to say that goodbye with Easy was like, talk to me about that.
Can I tell you? I have never in my life been like inconsolable at the end of a scene. Like, I walked, out of his trailer, and Sarah, couldn't stop crying. That scene was emotional from the moment I read it on the page, and filming it, I can't get over how much that scene meant to me, because it solidifies their history. It solidifies what they mean to each other in the most perfect, eloquent way. And just doing the scene with JD and getting to express that history and getting to express that different sort of love, it was really magical. It was like a really important moment just for me as an actress.
That was a big goodbye. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is there a world where they'll see each other again? I feel like they will, but they'll be complete strangers.
God, it's so hard to tell. I mean, who knows what Elgin has in his brain for them? I mean, every relationship in fact, this season, every relationship Emily has is now broken. Every relationship. So it's now what will come of next year. Her relationship with her sister, her relationship with her husband, her relationship with her ex. It's all up in the air.
Well, Danny was setting up something really cool on Twitter yesterday. What do you call it? A Reyes brunch, where that would be an amazing moment. So instead of Angel ruining brunch, like in walks Emily, and like here are the Reyes men, and it's like
family.
I said that Miguel will bring the quiche.
Oh my goodness!
Can you wear the little yellow raincoat? That's really cute.
I don't think you'd want that. I don't think that would be. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be conducive to having.
I don't know. I miss the raincoat, Danny. I miss it.
It's really sweet. After watching that goodbye between Emily and Easy, I went back to the series premiere to see them when they were in the scene in school, and just how different things were back then. She has to be like in such a different place from this moment to this moment.
Yeah, and so much has changed in her life. You know, in that scene specifically, it is Emily realizing that she has to let Easy go, knowing that it's not fair of her to ask him to stick around, to be single for him, that he has had to live this life, and a very difficult one, and that she's gone off and lived her own life, and he's accepted that. And there's so much, so much pain there. There's so much history, but you can see it. You can see that it's just the love runs deep.
Danny, I see comments here that people are mad at you because Miguel tried to kill his wife, but he couldn't do it.
You know, you bring up a good point, Rosie. I mean, look, what I love about what Elgin does is he doesn't really moralize, right? It's not about good and evil. It's not about who I like or who I don't like. In reality, every character on the show, from scene to scene, you could either be rooting for or cheering against, you know, and every character has had moments of that throughout the show. I think it says as much about Miguel that he tried to take his wife's life as it does that he couldn't actually follow through with it.
Sarah, everyone's loved seeing you work with Holland Roden. Talk a little bit about that.
She's so cool. She is so cool. We got to do, you know, in COVID protocol way, we got to sort of spend some time together and build like sisterly bonds. But she's just the coolest girl you could imagine. And our scenes together are really great because she really holds up like a mirror to Emily, allows her to see what she's become. And, Emily doesn't even like herself in season 3. So she's fantastic. I mean, Danny, it was so fun. Wasn't it just the three of us hanging out this year? It was a good time.
She's cool, man. Like you said,
yeah.
she's just really down to earth. She's very creative. She has a buoyancy to Aaron that she gives to Aaron that I think added a really cool element to the family. Yeah. So I was excited to work with her too.
Yeah. But also having a sister, it was just it was like a fun new element for my character.
Yeah,
and that scene
family.
Between the two of you guys, that scene, I mean, I love the scene with Easy. It was so raw and revelatory, but also I think the scene with your sister, I think, was revelatory and raw, and it showed that dynamic of who you are in comparison to her and what she wanted and what she was trying to express to you, which she ended up being right.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I thought that scene it was really important because Emily has stood up for Miguel all this time. She's fought for the marriage. She's fought to be there. She thinks that we were going to get out of it. We were going to get out of the cartel business. And that belief has been so regimented in her soul that she actually didn't realize that it wasn't happening anymore. And it was Aaron who was able to confront her and show her the truth.
So what I loved the scene between you and her when you guys were when she was calling Emily out about the marks on her neck, and so we're like, and I'm thinking girl, you should know, they love that But at the same time, we learned this other layer of what could be behind why she likes that. I found that like an interesting layer to learn.
Yeah, and I think Emily's been starved of affection this year. So the fact that she considers that love, that she thought it was passion, it just means she was, this season there was just so much going on between the two of them outside of the household and outside of the marriage that it was confusing for her, and it's sad. That's a sad moment for Emily.
Danny, the fans want you to keep the beard year round. Can that happen?
Let me speak to my wife.
I was just gonna say, let's get Lily on the IG live and let's ask her.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to grab here. Somebody earlier was asking if you guys already know what's going to be happening in the following scene, or is there any like improvisation that happens? Like, are you prepared for each scene before going into it, or is there like space for you guys to improv?
I think Elgin has space for us to talk things out, if we have questions on the day or something doesn't feel right. But for the most part, the scripts are so brilliant that there really doesn't, it's really a rare case that we end up having to sort of like ask on the day for things to be changed. And they're so communicative, the writer's room, that you could email them at any point and just have a conversation about it. So it's not much improv, but there's some.
I mean, Sarah and I, we work well together for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons I feel so comfortable with Sarah is that I think we approach the work similarly. Like, we're hyper prepared. We've thought about it, we've digested it, we threw it up, we redigested it. Like, our process is thorough, and that happens in private. That happens, nobody sees that. It's all the work that happens before we even get to set. And I think that allows us to then kind of let some of that go and try and find, if not new words, but try and find moments within the words that may not be scripted.
Oh, that's a good answer. There's something that I wanted to ask you both, and I didn't know how to say it in a good way, and I saw somebody in the comments wrote it. Did either of you guys have body doubles this season? Yes, I wanted to ask about Danny's booty being on camera this season.
I'm not answering that question.
I can't answer that question.
I'm not answering that question.
I will say what made me laugh a lot. Someone says Sarah Bulger needs a hairbrush this season. I was like, I love that so much. I actually didn't watch the show, and I was like, oh yeah, Emily looks like she looks like a hot mess this year. I really enjoy it. Like, I love the disheveling of the character this year. Just how little she's able to care about her appearance. That was really fun to play with. But I just love it.
Well, next season we're gonna see her walk out like a superstar.
Yes.
Real Housewives of Santo Padre.
Oh my God. Real divorcee of Santo Padre.
Half of those people on those Real Housewives are not married even. Okay, you guys, I have to switch over to our next person, but thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the amazing work this season. If you guys have any parting words.
Thank you so much. We're so grateful to be here, and for the fans, and for you, and Danny, you're the best.
Well, I miss you. Be safe in Dublin, be safe in Ireland. Rosy, thank you for being a champion, and thank you to our fans. You're the reason we got a season 4. We cannot wait to do it for you.
Thank you, guys. Okay, let me see if I can switch this. These things are so weird. Technology. Yo soy una viejita.
Just hit the red button. That's all I know. Any red button, just hit that.
No, there's no red button. You're trying to make me hang up on everybody. Let me see.
Will I X?
Hit it on the side. Hit it on the side, Rosy. Just.
Qué balsera. Soy una balsera.
No. Que va.
A ver. Or maybe one of you guys has to exit out.
I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Oh, there you are! Oh, yes, thank you for joining me.
Oh, hola, we made it.
We made it, girl. Okay, so on my bingo card for 2021 was not seeing Lincoln Potter being all domestic, but see But seeing Adelita come in and let him know who's boss was definitely on my bingo card. Talk to me about that scene in the end.
Oh my God. That scene was so beautiful and at the same time so difficult because it wasn't the only scene that I had with Potter this season. So I had so much respect. I have so much respect for this other actor. And then when we had to do the scene, it was a lot of emotions going on in there for both of us. So it was one of the most intense scenes that I had to do this season. Also, as the last scene that for the season. So yeah, it was interesting. It was a lot of energy and a lot of emotions going on in there.
All season, and you know this, I was convinced that Adelita's son was not dead. I'm almost word for word his speech at the end where he says, "Where would my leverage be? Why would I kill him?" That's literally what I've said all season. But then we're told, don't believe anything he says, and now I have no idea what to think. What should I think?
I know, I have no idea. That's the thing, that with these writers, like, you have no idea of what's gonna happen. So I mean, I want to believe Potter, and I hope he's alive because that's the only thing that will keep Adelita alive. You know, if it's not because of her child, what is the point of even try to live? So I hope the baby's alive, and I hope they don't kill the baby. I don't know.
I mean, then it could bring this happy reunion with Angel, who's already moved on and is engaged and is having another baby. Can we have like a compound and we all live happily ever after?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know. I hope they get together because I love Angel and Adelita together. I feel like they're like they function together even though they're so different, and I think they complement each other. So I don't know what's going to happen in season 4, but I just want him to be happy and to feel loved. Even if it's with nails, it has to be with nails. But I don't know what's going to happen if Adelita's baby's alive. I don't know if he's going to have like 2 kids from 2 different moms. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to figure this out.
I love Adelita with Minnie so much. Like, even in this horrible world where they exist, that's like true love. And now that she's passed the torch, I want to know, like, could we hope to still see Adelita at some point after she's worked through all of this stuff to reunite with Los Olvidados? I don't think she'll abandon them fully.
Yeah, I hope she still gets to participate in Los Olvidados missions and everything, because that's where her heart is, and that's where everything that she wants is. And Minnie is like her daughter, so maybe she needs to heal a lot of things before going back and being the leader that they need. And I think that's why she stepped away, because she was not in that mental state to take care of all these kids and to be the one that everyone has to follow. She was just not there. So I think that's why she made that big decision to get Minnie in charge. And she knows she can do it because she's the strongest kid. And Melanie, the actress, she's amazing. So
she is. I love her.
She's a sweetheart. So I would love to see Adelita and Minnie going back together and do beautiful things and heal together, because this season was a lot of emotions and a lot of violence and a lot of intense scenes.
Now, I heard a rumor that Adelita, in the next phase of her plan, that she's been plotting in behind the scenes with El Banquero. Is that true?
What? I don't know about them, but I've been plotting with my husband a lot of all different things.
Where's El Banquero? We want to ask El Banquero. I heard he's been plotting.
He's taking care of Diego. Amor. Okay. Let's see if he can come in.
There's been a lot of plotting with El Banquero behind the scenes. I know it. I would love to see you guys meet, but I would like to see you guys meet as enemies.
I know, that'll be so amazing. Like, I have a list of things that I will have in my mind when we're in the same scene, so bring it on.
Someone's asking, what was it like for you to work with your husband within the same show?
It was so cool. Like he could finally understand when I was talking about people, and I will mention like the hairstylist and the wardrobe, so he will know what I was talking about. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see what his character is gonna be doing for next season. And I love his acting on the show. I mean, I know he's really talented.
Crazy.
But seeing him like doing that type of character, that I think is the first time that he does like a bad guy, it was just like, whoa.
See, and if the baby's alive, it could be Diego, and then it's like the whole family, everyone's working.
The whole family. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm gonna start telling Elgin about it.
Yeah, see, we need to make this a family business.
Yes.
Okay, we have a couple more minutes left together. Is there a message that you want to share with the fans? I'm seeing a bunch of comments that they wanted more of Adelita. We want more Adelita.
I know, me too. And I just want to say the fans, especially all the women that had reached out to me about them having a lot of horrible moments in their life, and how they related to Adelita, and how they going through any kind of trauma. And I just want to tell them that they're really strong. They're stronger than they think they are, and that we all need to find and to ask for help. That's what we all need to do. And I think that's what happens to Adelita. She has no one to go to ask help. And I think we need to be really careful of mental health and trauma, and just address those issues, and be supportive with each other. Women, we have to make like a big community of women supporting each other, because that's the most needed thing right now in the world, especially for us Latina women and women in general.
I want a shirt that says "Yo soy Adelita." That's power.
Yeah, that's power. I want a
love that.
shirt like that. I want a cap. I want everything that says that.
I'm gonna pitch a specialty Mayans MC Girl Power T-shirt line to FX. Anybody from FX listening? We need these shirts.
Yes, please. We do need it.
And I agree that if someone in the comments says Carla deserves an Emmy, I agree.
Oh no, please. That's too much. Like, I'm from the smallest.
Accept your flowers. Accept your flowers.
Thank you.
Un abrazo. Saludos al Guille y al Dieguito. We need to switch over to somebody else.
Gracias,
I'm on a
Rosy.
tight schedule. Gracias,
I love you so much. And thank you to all the fans.
Yeah, look, everybody wants the T-shirts.
Bye.
Un abrazo. Gracias. Go.
We survived. We definitely survived.
Oh my God. I am so happy, Richard. Like,
Oh, hey! This guy, get out of here! Get out of here!
It's the freaking Terminator, you guys.
Hey!
What's up?
No, the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. I'll let you guys figure out who's who. And let me tell you, when Gilly comes in to Meth Mountain looking like Terminator, it's up there as one of my favorite moments. Right next to Patrick Swayze when he says nobody puts baby in a corner.
That's what happened. Nobody puts Coco in the corner.
That's
there
it.
You go,
That's
right?
That's it.
Hey, but I want to know who's Batman and who's Robin, though.
You guys get to battle that out.
I'm Batman.
Bro, you don't look like a Batman, homie. You do not look like no Batman.
You look like a Robin dog.
Yo, we need to get Elgin to make you guys some kind of costumes for next season.
Hey, and JD and Easy, they just get into some and we just save them, huh? We just save them every episode. Bam, boom, bam, bam.
Okay. I want to talk about Gilly storming Meth Mountain looking like Terminator to save his bro. From each of your perspectives. So you can start Rocco, and we'll go to Richie.
Yeah, no, it's that whole thing was build up. It took the whole thing. We knew what was happening. When I saw him hanging there, I told him on the sideline, I said, bro, you look like Jesus a little bit. I swear to you. In my head, I was like, there was this, and it kind of messed with my head. I was like, damn, bro, that's kind of heavy. So going in, I wasn't able to clear it the way I normally would in the military because it just doesn't look right on film. So we played it, but it was emotional for me to kind of cut him down, that whole scene. And I don't think the camera caught all of it because we were more in emotion with it too. So it was a very special thing for us to connect back together because we've been filming separate almost the whole time for the last 2 weeks almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a heavy thing for me. That moment was powerful. It was a beautiful way to kind of end our season together. And it's just, I mean, for me, on and off set, man, Richie's my boy. And so it was I was blessed that the writers gave me that opportunity to tell that story.
Somebody's saying, why save Coco? He's been kicked out of the club. Because when you live another day, then you can fix Damn.
Yeah, until he's dead, then, you know, there's room for possibility.
Look, man, you know, in the lifestyle that I lived and the character that they've written for me, you don't leave anyone behind. And I was broken, I was hurt, and I was disappointed. But that didn't stop me when Emily Tosa, who plays Leticia, came to me. If you notice, it me, it made me like, damn, man, am I gonna leave this dude hanging? I wouldn't do that any other time. And then obviously that turned a switch. And so, you know, I'm blessed that that was the storyline. I would have felt bad as a person in real life if I didn't get the chance to save him, or at least try to.
Right. And I think also, I told Rocco this in the very beginning because, you know, in the very beginning we get in the, you know, like, and I told him in episode 3 where it's that bromance, right? That camaraderie where he's like, my boy, like, you can't leave me, right? Like, I'm here though. And like, I think we built that relationship from the very beginning. It was very a thing for me to build that relationship. So by the time we got here, it paid off.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it showed the chemistry between us from the first bar fight where you talk to me, I punch you, and then you run into another dude. I'm like, yo, you can't. I'm the only one to go my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that really that told so much in one scene.
Yeah.
Richard, I want to discuss something that I know that you're gonna avoid, but can we talk about that creeper tattoo that we see on freaking Isaac? That's a freaking reaper, man.
I don't know about that. I see it too. People get in the rumors on the interwebs.
Excuse me. I gave you a link to my story. Go look at my photo. Don't play with me. I'm a Sons of Anarchy fan first. So,
hey,
don't tell me that's a reaper. Richard, I see you laughing. Don't disregard my question.
That question's for Algin. We know you guys. That's the higher ups. You know, me and Gilly we're right here. We're torpedo. We're just torpedoes over here.
When Richard starts to stutter like that, it's because he doesn't want to respond to me.
I'm ducking and dodging. I'm moving.
That's a major dodge right there. So since we want Richard to come back next season, and he has a job, we're gonna skip over that question.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that.
I saw somebody in the questions wants to know, Richard, what food did you miss the most while you were on your almond diet?
Damn. Chile relleno. Some chile relleno. I'm Mexican as hell, so I'm gonna go straight to the source. Chile relleno. All right.
Rocco, what was it like on set when he was starving? Were y'all just eating in front of him?
He didn't care. Rocco would just be like,
more for
smashing.
More for me. I had more food. It was good.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, Richard doesn't want one? Oh, bring me his. Bring me his also.
That's why he looked so buff in that Terminator scene.
Yeah, it was it's kind of chubby buff, but it's good. It's good.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, obviously we don't know where we go from here, but Richard, what do you want to see? What do you want to see happen for Coco next season? Like, is Gilly like gonna be there while you're like recovering, or like,
you know, I just think the relationship between me and Gilly is so locked in. Like, it's for me and Rocco, right? Rocco in the veteran world and Richard in the prison gang world, right? Like, there's a camaraderie, right? There's a brotherhood that you can't talk about, that you just neither know it or you don't. It's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing. And me and Rocco know it, right? That's why beyond Mayans, that's my boy, that's my brother right there. And I think that it is so special what we've built and what pops off of the screen that I would think that we just continue to breed that brothership, right? That brotherhood. And like, if I gotta go to rehab, then Rocco's probably gonna be there with me, right? Like, so that's my vision. I just think that our relationship is it's this, that I don't see me going further without Rocks.
Yeah, and you know, there definitely is a parallel in our personal lives of the transition after military, the transition after prison. We've both gone through a similar struggle, which we relate to, and why we've been so close. The first day on set, we were cracking these jokes. I'm like, oh man, he gets my crazy humor. That's cool. And that was it. It kind of set it off for us. And since then, we get each other, right? Like, there's moments where we get each other. I was telling that scene where we're talking off the motorcycles when I confront him. We didn't talk for like 3 days, and that's odd for me, and it actually me up, because I'm like, I'm sitting next to my best friend, I can't talk to the dude, and it actually built up this angst in me that as soon as I got to talk to him, my eyes started tearing up, because it was like finally got to release like this energy that I didn't realize it affects me, because I'm so close with him, and he knows everything about me, I know everything about him. So that moment to finally talk, I felt that energy, and I seriously teared up. And at the same time, when I did the scene where I kicked in and caught him snorting, I freaking, after that was done, I walked away and I was tearing up myself, because I said in the little piece that they did about me, it reminded me so much of my friend from the military, and I didn't know what to say, and I felt like I finally got to say it. And so the dynamic between his character on and off screen, and all what his struggles is as an actor, man, it had me, it motivated me, inspired me this whole season to give what I did this season.
Right.
That's powerful. I see a lot. I want to talk about your military background. I've seen a couple of comments about that. Somebody was asking earlier whether your experience in the military helps you get through some of these hard moments on the show.
I think the hard moments on the show are therapy for me to get through some of the stuff I dealt with in the military, right? I think acting has actually saved my life. And, you know, I think I have a Rolodex of emotions, like many of us who have trauma in their past, Richard as well, that I use definitely for my scenes. But I genuinely believe therapy from acting has really saved my life. And so I'm able to be all these different characters and be able to allow myself to feel. And I think it's very important. And so, yeah, I think acting is actually the other way around. I think actually acting has helped me.
And for you, Richard, you were following like the, you know, so many like biblical moments, very much like Jesus. Was that religious, you know, subtext like important in your personal life?
You know, religion, titles, that doesn't really mean much to me, right? If Jesus was a man that suffered, then Coco was a man that suffered, right? That's kind of what it is. And if people want to reference that as Jesus moments, then by all means, that's on them, right? All I know is for me, I suffered, right? And Coco suffered, and he went on a journey, and that's pretty much it, right? I'm not gonna get caught up in these titles of religion. But yeah, I think that there was that enduring of sacrifice in order to truly tell this story.
I'm going by what Elgin told me. Elgin, in my postmortem that you didn't read, talk to me about the Stations of the Cross,
right?
Jesus moments. So I'm not making this up, Richard.
No, for sure. No. But it's not just Elgin, because it's bigger. I mean, Elgin was onto something, because all these people are talking about the same thing. But I'm not gonna get caught up in, you know.
Of course.
But anyhow, you're trying to get me caught up right here. I just.
Okay. When he starts to get a little flustered, we're gonna move on.
No, you're ruffling my feathers, for God's sake, all right?
Las plumas se desplumó. Rocco, there was another question. Well, not really a question, but somebody here that was in the Marines said that last scene when he came in for Coco reminded them a lot of some of their experience in the military. So when you went in there to shoot that scene, was it similar to something that you experienced?
Yeah, you know, I've never rescued anyone, but I've done my missions, and we've been trained to have the mindset of never leave a soldier behind, never leave a man behind. So it is fully ingrained in me to the bottom of my heart. And so being able to do that was very special. If it, for some reason I was in that situation in the military, I would hope that I would do the same. So yeah, it's something that is ingrained in us from very young in the military. And I think a lot of veterans message me like, bro, thank God, I'm glad you did it and never leave me behind. So it's really cool because I have a big veteran following, and they all appreciated that scene.
Okay, we're gonna have to close up soon, but a lot of people, so just like me, I actually finished the last screening, I think like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm already ready for next season. So people are asking, are you guys shooting 4 yet? No, right?
No. Yeah, not yet.
No, we're still waiting.
I mean, it's, you guys deserve a little tiny break, you know?
I mean, just a little.
Is Coco gonna eat next season? Can you tell us that?
I hope, yeah.
Richard, do you have any more plays coming up? I missed your last play that you had here that was, oh my God, rave reviews.
Yeah, no, until Los Angeles, I mean, until the theater opens up back in Los Angeles, I don't know if they're opening in New York, you know, until then, you know, my hands are tied.
Okay, everyone's just showing love. Any parting words? Any parting words here for everyone watching?
No, just, you know, thank you, Rose. Thank you so much. You know, at the end of it, you've been there since the very beginning where we didn't even know this was going to happen. And, like, you're just dope and, like, just nothing but heart. So just thank you. And, of course, thank the fans and FX and Algin and Deb and all the crew. Thank you, Rox. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Thank you, everybody.
Man, you guys killed it. I want to see the Batman and Robin stuff next season, all right? Come through. Come through.
We'll do it.
Richie, shout out to your wife. I miss her, my Miami girl.
Bye.
Dale. Oh, look who it is! It's Michael Irby and his beard. What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
Oh my God! Thanks for joining us again. We're saying goodbye. We're on the other end. We need to know that you didn't get shot.
You know, I can't really speak on that. I would be speaking out of turn. There's so many things that happened this season that you know, I couldn't expect, and I can't really explain. So I really wouldn't want to speak on that. I got to tell you.
Wink.
We do know there was a gunshot, though. That we do know.
That's what Elgin said. When I asked about the gunshot, he goes, "You're right. There was a gunshot. I can't confirm."
I mean, I think I heard something. I think we all heard something. We don't know if it came from outside. We don't know if it came from inside, but it was definitely a gunshot.
I keep thinking that they like to trick us, you know, like they did in the season 2 finale, where we think like, oh my God, like Tommy Flanagan is dead. And then it's like some random like Cousin Reaper of Montez twice removed. And I'm just like, who was that back there? That must be like Marcus Alvarez, who's now a free agent. And he's swooping in as an original king to sort out all this mess outside the gate.
That sounds like another great opinion. And it sounds like something that may have, I don't know. You know,
I just like to have fun with this, Michael Irby. You've done such an incredible job this season. I love to see Bishop like unravel in such an emotional space. I'm dying to know more about him and Peña's background. Talk to me a little bit about his evolution this season and where we end with him.
Oh, you know, this season, I wish I could say it was fun. It was brutal. It was brutal on the spirit and the soul. I had to go places that I didn't, you know, I thought I'd already dealt with that stuff. But some of that loss and some of that trauma that I heard the boys talking about earlier, you know, we're all dealing with those kind of things. And when you get the opportunity to, you know, to exercise all those demons on camera, it is, oh, it's so cathartic, you know. And Bishop, he was just on he lost so much this season, and he lost it in this fascinating way that he's going after the one king. So it's neat when you see a man go for something that he desires and something that he wants, and yet he's still losing things around him. That's the poetry of Elgin and Deb and the writers. You know, we were all on the road though with Bish, and it was really cool. I saw the fans, you know, they were all pushing for the one king, as hard as I was, you know. That was pretty exciting to know that everybody had my back on that, and they thought that that was something that was earned, not necessarily deserved, but earned, you know. So when Padrino put me in that position, and Peña and I, because Peña and I, we used to roll up Northern Cal, and we rolled down here together, and we had a little life, and we had a little something that we were trying to create. And that was that rage that came out with myself and Alvarez there of, you know, the sacrifices that were made. And then you know, you put me here, and then all the sacrifices that I thought I made with Pena. And then she tells me she's leaving as well. And she's taking the house and all of that idea when you lose everything that you were working so hard for, you just see it all spilling away. You, yeah, you know, I guess you kind of tap into that anger side of things, and now everybody's just going to die. How about that? That's
No, I'm not. And then it could be a zombie show, so that way the show keeps going, but then everybody's a zombie.
Well, no, none of Santo Padre. Okay, let's get that on. I mean, Steve, you know, he was collateral damage. Steve really couldn't handle Bishop's story. I you know, I hated that I was the tipping point for him. That was so tough to you know, to just, you know, that last scene, they were just so awesome and so much fun to really take it from that high and then crash into that low, and then just watch him say, I can't, you know, I can't put it away easy. That was tough. That was really tough, you know, for everybody. It was tough for the actors doing it. It was tough, you know, the song that was playing when we were doing the montage and they're doing the push in on easy. You know, that was something I heard my mom say, we're not going to eat until your father gets to the table. And it was just something that even right now, just, it's just so many emotional moments in this season. And yeah, you know, I hopefully next year I'm just at war with everyone. And that's kind of like my, that's my ground. That's where I really feel at home. I love to fight. And I love to fight with my team and my brothers, and it's like when it's us against the world. And right now it looks like the world is just right outside the gate, and it's I don't know what's going to happen, and that is really exciting, but I hope we will see everyone next season. Yeah,
I just kept thinking the whole time, like I was just so frustrated because I'm like, any other time, like any other place with Bishop, like the One King thing would have worked, but he was stripped so bare, like from the soul. And I feel like at the end with Steve, I feel like that was just kind of like, I thought that was the tipping point, but then we have him with Taza, where Taza's telling him everything that happened. I saw somebody ask earlier, how do you feel that Bishop took that news? What was going through his mind?
Well, you know, brotherhood is strong with us. That I think it's simply something that I could look past as far as that loyalty there in the brotherhood. I mean, that loyalty I had with Riz, though, as well. You know, that loyalty I had with how in the hell are you telling me this now? And after everything that we've been through, it was, is that me?
You can hear it? Those are the little kids outside. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, I'm glad someone's having fun. They're obviously not watching the Mayans.
No, they would not be allowed.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Sorry, where were we?
I left my windows open and now I lost my thread. No, but we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about.
Taza.
Yeah,
you know,
Taza.
Listen, you know, that's going to be again something that we are going to get into, and that Elgin and Deb are going to let me know how I feel about Taza. If I tell you how I feel about Taza, that would be coming from Michael Irby. If Bishop, you know, there's bullets in that gun. I mean, he gave me some truth. He gave me so much truth in that moment that I don't.
Do you mind if I bring Raul? I see him in the comments.
Hey, get up in here, brother.
Let's get him. Let's get him.
Yeah. Get up
I'm
in
like,
here,
wait,
brother.
I see people in the comments.
Yeah, get on in
Let's
here.
see where he's at. Let's see if he accepts us, because I got a question for him. Hey! Surprises in the house. What's up, Raul?
Can you hear me?
Raul, I want to know the lyrics to that song that you sang at the end.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was gorgeous.
Well,
that song that you sang was so beautiful. Tell me the lyrics.
You know, I have this, my niece, who's known, I've known her her whole life. She's like, wow, that song was dope. Who sang it? I was like, that was me. She goes, no, that wasn't your voice.
I want to know the lyrics.
Well, Michael was there for it.
Yeah.
I think we were
Yeah,
both
no,
kind
that was an epic little
of surprised, but States. And after shooting that, like, what, for an hour or so, Michael? And it was like, I had to remind Elgin, it's like, remember we wanted the song here possibly because you thought it would work? It's a death song. It's a ghost dance song. It's an old song. But it's about really surrendering completely now to Creator because there is a difference.
Oh, we got a bad signal. That's the answer that I wanted.
Exactly.
Your signal's not working.
Zach, can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, I can hear you now, but it's
My
kind of
reception.
like a mess.
Yeah, well, I'm on a ranch in the middle of nowhere in the forest, so
I don't know how to get him out.
Yeah.
let Irby talk, and I'll just listen, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna let Irby talk. You want to talk about that
Yeah.
song, the Ghost song? It's called Ghost Song.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
Really quick, we had just finished that scene and it was late, and you know, we got a few cracks at it, you know, like Raul was sharing there. We got about an hour to just kind of go back and forth and look in each other's eyes. And as we were wrapping up, we do a thing called Wild Sound, where they just bring the mics in and they got the boom there, and everyone, 150 people on the set, are absolutely stone quiet. And Raul just started to, and it was just, I didn't know it was a death song, but it was appropriate and it was beautiful. And there was not a dry eye in the house because we all knew what that meant. And it had it felt like it was almost like the Mayans. It was all of us. It wasn't just Taza. It wasn't just Bishop. This was for Steve. This was for Angel and Easy. And this was just for Coco. And everybody was dying a little bit this season. And it was so appropriate. And I didn't know that it was the death song. I had no idea they talked about it. But I sat there and my jaw hit the floor. And then when I heard it last night with that little echo behind it, and it just was like, you know, the death song, it could be a life song, it could be a war song, it could be a peace song, you know, and it was just, it was gorgeous and epic. And I'm proud of my brothers, I'm proud of my sisters, I'm proud of the show, and the fans. Thank you for riding with us. It means a lot.
Well, it reminds me of the death card in tarot. If you get the death card, it means the end of something, but the beginning of something else. So
Always, you know.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
You know, the beautiful rose that opens and she's going to die at the end and the petals will be on the ground, but that will start another cycle. And it is, you know, that's what these guys did. The entire season was absolutely wax poetic and it was just gorgeous.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Michael Irby. We saw you twice on the lives this season. Hopefully we can do it again next year.
More live for Irby. We'll see you next
year. Thank
right.
you. Okay, let's see who we got next up in here. This is like dating, like the dating. Oh, Padrino.
What's going on, Rosy?
Oh, we started the season, the Instagram live season with you, and we're gonna end with you.
Thank you. I thank you for that.
No, thank you. Hold on. We got so much to talk about, but we're missing one person.
Where's GINO at?
Shut up! Why are you ruining things for me?
He put a gun on my head last night, right?
Listen, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about those things, okay? Because
I gotta complain about that. He's gonna let you know what it was.
Okay. Yeah, chat roulette for all the old school people. I feel like this is.
Come on, GINO, where you at? Where you at, GINO?
GINO is using like some stolen Wi-Fi.
That's gotcha. That's cold.
Where's he at?
Hey, GINO, what are you doing? Look at GINO came out with his hair down.
Listen, because I told him, oh, yes, look at his hair. Yes! I love it. What's up, GINO? My 305 brother in the house.
There you go.
No, he's on the same Wi-Fi plan as freaking Raul a little while ago. We can't see nothing.
Are they both in New Mexico? He's probably in Miami.
My 305? Oh, look at GINO.
Miami.
GINO, you're a spinning wheel, dude. Hey. But we can see your hair and it looks amazing.
You're not moving, brother, but I can hear you good.
Ooh, shout out to Gloria. I see that Gloria has her eyes on me. She always got her eyes on me. Shout out to Gloria. Yeah. Yo, GINO se jodió.
Como? Like how? What do you mean?
No, look at him. The wheel is spinning. His chat is not working. If you can hear me, Gino, close out and try and request again because he's stuck. Hey, there's Danny Pino heard 305 and he came running. The 305 crew over here.
That's funny, man.
Okay, Emilio.
What happened?
Let's talk about freaking, oh my God, Gino Vento having a gun on you. What was that all about?
This is the deal, Rosie. When I work, I don't want to pretend. I want to feel, you dig? So I told Gino, listen, don't be scared about putting the gun in the head. I want to feel the gun in my temple. But the barrel of his gun had like grooves in it. So what he was doing, he was cutting into my head. So, but I told him to do it. So, he was there. So we were done. I had like 3 big holes in my head, Good thing they didn't give him real bullets because he would have pulled that trigger, man. Gino plays for me,
Well, I want to talk about how I knew it was going to happen all season. You have to see that it was, he's a Mayan. He's a Mayan, and now he's a free agent. He's not working anymore with Miguel Galindo. And I feel like it's a good time for Bishop. He needs that assist when he's got that pile up of people as he was trying to become king. He needs the help of a real king.
Who's that?
Marcus Alvarez.
No, but who needs help with a real king?
Bishop.
Yeah, you know what? Bishop talks a lot of during the season.
He does.
Are you listening, Michael? Yeah, I mean, he said it more times than he had to, but he was saying it. But we'll see what happens. This year, Bishop Michael Irby killed it, man. I was so
he was so good.
I was so impressed with his work. I almost believed that he was the one king. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right.
Hey, he
great job,
Bill. What's up, Gino Vento?
Success. What's good, Emilio? Good to see you, Rosie. Thanks for having us.
Of course, you missed it. Danny was in the comments. He's celebrating a 305. He heard 305 and he came through.
Hey, Miami.
Hey, no, you got the 305 knuckles. Where's the knuckles?
Oh no, it's Dade County right here.
Hey.
Good, Gino.
I was sitting here thinking about things, and I'm like, man, like if Marcus Alvarez goes back, he can sponsor you to be a prospect next season.
You know what?
Can you wash cars good?
Hey, you know what? He covered for me, man. Like that one thing when you say, "Hey, Marcus, I'm sorry I didn't tell you." That was pretty badass. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thought the week before that he threw me underneath the bus. I thought he threw me underneath the bus. You dig what I'm saying? Then he covered it up, so that was nice.
Yeah.
That's right there.
I love the dynamic Nestor and Marcus have this season. It's actually real cool. And I think the fans also thought that Nestor threw Marcus under the bus, but nah.
That was good, but you never know what's coming. It's gonna be a process. You can't just go, hey, Galino takes us out from a helicopter, and then all of a sudden I jump back on a bike. There's a process that's gonna have to go down. You dig what I'm saying?
That'd be something.
Okay, but Gino, do you want to see him beat a prospect? Would you be down for that?
I'm down for whatever. I don't want to say anything that's going to get anybody's wheels turning just yet and start any rumors. So
I love starting rumors.
I noticed. I've been watching. I saw that. And real quick, by the way, I definitely think Rocco's Batman, and Rich is definitely Robin.
I want to see those outfits happen. Now, Gino, the secret star of this season has been your hair. You stepped out like a freaking lion and everybody went crazy. I thought that Bishop's beard was going to be the star, but I don't know. Like, your hair really was like the star. We need to hear your hair tips.
Don't wash it. Just don't wash your hair. And coconut oil.
Wait, what do you put in your hair? Coconut oil?
You wash your hair?
Me? Of course I wash my hair. You think I'm a sucia?
Oh my God. Every day?
No, not every day. No.
Yeah.
No,
I need to give a shout out to the hair department. They helped me step out of my comfort zone, and Deb was there on set that day too. It was a thing, and they were all very supportive. So.
Okay. Do you think that the guys in any space are afraid of Galindo coming back and like looking for revenge?
who said we even left? Maybe I'm taking over his organization while he's flying around, you know? It could happen.
Yeah,
It could happen.
I
Hey,
think
you gotta have a safe house, right? Galindo's a smart guy.
Galindo
Yeah,
was
but
a
the
smart
safe
guy.
house had one Denver, and he's dead.
Hmm?
Like that other spot that he had had one Denver, and he's gone.
Yeah, but you can't kill Galindo that easily.
Point, Rosy. I
What
think
did you say?
Galindo went to his other house. You don't know about that house yet, Glory.
Yeah,
Which other house?
Well,
how
see,
many
that's the
houses?
deal. We read the scripts, you don't, Rosie. We're ahead of time over here. You know,
Listen, you and I know each other a long time, and you
no,
like to
Rosie, I
play with
always give
me.
you those spoilers. I give you some spoilers. Wait till you see the other house it has. Forget about it.
So y'all are gonna go to another secret house, and then you're gonna call up Belinda and be like, "Yeah, sorry, we didn't make it."
That's what you think. You see,
Okay,
how it ended? How it ended? What do you think happened there?
how it ended?
Oh yeah, I told Gino, just don't go to the pad, man. It's not good right now, and it's a good thing we didn't go because you saw what happened on the news.
Where?
Belino's house is getting raided.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Potter.
saying?
Potter finally shows up all the way in the end. Now, Emilio, I want to give you a big shout out, man, because I saw everybody, all the comments from episode 9, where you give that monologue after that happened when you're on the scene with Patricia, who plays your wife. And it was such an incredible moment to see on TV. We always see you either play a funny guy or just kind of like the straight guy. That was just such a touching moment.
Thank you so much. I thank Elgin and Debbie for writing that piece for me. You know, yeah, and Patricia, you know, because that night I was all over the damn place. I was like, when I work, I get kind of weird, and she was there with me, man. You know, Gino knows how I work, you know, and
Yeah, he made me put a gun to his head.
Oh yeah,
you
you
know,
didn't get to say that story. Emilio said it.
and it's not that it was an easy process, you know. So it's kind of, you know, I want to thank everybody for helping me with that, because it's just not me; it's everybody that was there that night, you know.
It was beautiful. Gino, you missed it when you had issues earlier, but Emilio was saying the story about when you put the gun to his head. What were you doing? You're making holes in his head?
Is that what he said? Because that's not how I remember it.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Wow.
First of all, I never want to do that again in my life. I never want to put a gun to Emilio Rivera's head ever again in my life. That scene truly was tough for me to do. I was shaky. That was all real. Nestor and myself, Gino, didn't want to do that. At first, the first few takes, I had the gun far enough from Emilio's head where I thought it worked. And Emilio is the one that encouraged me to really press it up on him. So I was like, all right, you got it. Let's go there. So we went there, and I truly, Emilio, thank you for giving me that space to do that.
No,
I think
you know, always, like I told you, I never want to act, brother. I just want to react. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it was hurting me like crazy. So that I want to feel uncomfortable. You dig what I'm saying? I want to feel comfortable. When I feel uncomfortable is when I'm comfortable. You dig?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, anytime, brother. You know that.
So now, if you guys had to be Batman and Robin, who would be Batman and who would be Robin?
I don't know.
I'm Batman.
What'd you say? What did you say? What did you say?
You got stuck with Robin.
Huh?
I'll be the Green Hornet.
You'll be the what?
Shit.
I'll be the Green Hornet. I always like the Green Hornet and Kato, man. That was my thing.
Oh yeah,
Those
he's
guys
really
were badass.
cool.
Those guys wear hats, trench coats. They were badasses. I like them.
Yeah, and he's got a cool car too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be wearing the middle tantanas, bro. You know what I'm talking? I don't wear that, you know.
Why not? You look great in it.
I know I do, but hey, not in front of people though. Come on, Jake, you know.
You guys have any message for the fans as we close this up? I wish I had 3 hours to do this because I have so many questions.
You know what? First, I thank you all for being so supportive this whole time. You know, and you guys for hanging in there with us, and for man, you know, when we're in the streets, man, you guys give us a lot of love, man. So I can hardly wait till we can get back to the Comic Cons. You know, we can go, you know, freely, so we can show the love right back, man. Thank you so much for watching season 4. If this blew your mind, we're just getting started. You dig what I'm saying? Thank you. Gino.
Yeah, I personally, while we're on the record, I just want to say, Emilio, I've been watching you since years, and I'm honored to be your scene partner in a lot of this season. You helped me out quite a bit, so I just want to put that out there on the record. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you.
I love you too,
Rosy,
bro. No, that's what we do. Cause we're familia, no, we're familia for life.
thank you, Rosie. Thank you for inviting me. It means a lot. My 305 sister. I appreciate you.
Of course. And
Always very supportive.
hopefully if you're a prospect next season, I'll be like, yes, I knew it.
That'd be something. And I just want to thank, and I want to thank cast, crew. Thank you all so much. We really did it. During the pandemic, it wasn't easy, but we managed to do it. And I want to thank the fans. Thank you all for watching and tuning in and your continued support. It means a lot, more than you could imagine.
Emilio, so before you go, somebody in the comments is asking about the Nomies. Are you going to be back on My Block?
I start filming tomorrow.
There you go, you guys.
I start tomorrow. Yes. Thank you for watching.
Is he Little Ricky?
We need a Mayan Nomi. That's what we need.
Yes.
With a little cut.
Wait, is Chivo Little Ricky or not?
What was that?
Is Chivo Little Ricky?
See the way she just jumps in, bro. She's like, I'm gonna tell her. You know what? Yeah. Chivo is Little Ricky.
Oh my God! EW breaking news.
Wait, who's Chivo?
You know who Chivo is. I see that Gloria must be clobbering you over the head over there. Stop!
Yeah, she's texting me right now. Shut up.
Thank you guys. I can't wait for next
so much.
season.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, I got a surprise person coming up. Who's coming on here? Who's coming on here next? Let's see.
I think I'm out of here just so they can pop in.
Yeah, one of y'all gotta hang up. Cut the line.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you,
Chef's
guys.
kiss.
Thank you, Emilio. My bookends for this season. Let me see. Oh, Elton James!
What is up? What is up? My God.
You guys, we got the boss man, Elton James, in the house. Sir, I salute you for the most epic and beautiful season of television I've ever seen.
Dude, you are the boss man. You are secret sauce behind all this. You're where we get all of our stories.
Did you hear all my theories here?
Yeah, let's just tell the truth. We actually just after every season, we're like, all right, what did Rosie think we should do? Okay, how can we do
You're such a liar. You're such a liar.
I can't see what you come up for this season, man, for season 4. Oh my gosh, we got to figure it out.
You guys, Elgin has invited me to hang out in the writer's room. So there's so many ideas that I have, including seeing GINO Vento's character come in as a prospect.
Well, you never know. You never know what's going to happen on Mayans. Yeah, GINO's so rad. How rad does he look with his hair like that, man?
I'm like, he's the Lion King.
Yeah, right.
Talking about one king, you got the Lion King right there. That mane of hair is gorgeous.
Dude, and he, like, the story with him is, like, we knew of each other, and then he was randomly supposed to go see a house somewhere in Los Feliz. He got lost with his girl, Mia, who's 10 times as cool as he is. Let me just put it out there publicly. And then they were working back, and then he just ran into me, and we just had this conversation. I was like, bro, you should be on our show. And then now it became history. Look at that dude.
Well, you know me, I'm going to cut to the chase, and I'm going to ask you flat out about that Reaper tattoo on Isaac.
Oh, man. Well, let's just cut to the chase, and I can't believe there's another clue in there, because you know how my brain works. It's like why that I have to plan everything out. We planted so much stuff for season 4, and there's still one thing you can't find, which I can't believe, you of all people.
Listen, okay, so one other thing that I noticed, and I don't know if it's this, but I noticed that the date that Bishop's son died is in 2014 November, and technically Jax died in December of 2014. So I don't know if there's a connection there.
Yes, I don't know. Not that.
Okay.
Possibly that. It's more geographical based, but now you're just gonna have to go back and watch it again. You're gonna have to watch
I went through every episode. I'm like, are they on the 580? Like,
it's all about geography. Yeah, and Isaac. Is Isaac dead? I mean, it looks like Isaac's dead, but who knows?
Nah, he's not dead. He's a huge bad guy, and he has to go out in a major way. And the question of the tattoo is not just that it exists, but it's not burned.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. Let me just give you this little tidbit. I've never said the word tidbit before, and I don't think I'll ever say it again. That felt weird. But that when I was telling actor J.R. Bourne, when they came back to get Coco and Rocco beautifully, when Gilly showed up to get Coco, and Gilly was part of that whole plan of how we're going to do this, and you know, with his experience in special forces, was like such an asset for us. But I told JR, I said they never came back for Isaac. Like, they never came for you, man. They never came for you. So we'll see where that story leads us. But
somebody is saying that they saw the JT Rock wall. I didn't see it. I was looking for it. And I actually found out in my search where it is in real life. Did we see that?
It is geographical. That's all I'm going to say. It's geographical. I can't give you too much. But if it's right, I only ask for what's there. If it's not there, then you don't tell me. It is there. Everyone, you just got to look closer. And I've seen some people picked up on it. But we planned a lot of stuff for season 4. And everything we got to do, I mean, like, you've been talking to everyone today. Like, my God, the performances they did. They just laid their hearts out, man. It's incredible what everyone achieved, cast and crew. But season 4, man, we're just going to double down.
Oh, I see a comment here that I never thought of. It says, bring Nero back.
Oh, yeah, you've never thought about it.
I've never thought of that, right, Elton?
Those are the first words out of your mouth, and we met. That was literally before I even sat down. You're already pitching that. We'll see what happens.
Since season 1, and every time I see Jimmy, I'm like, hey, so have you gotten the call yet about coming back as Nero? He's like, no, they don't want me back, but I'm down.
Oh my God. Can you imagine getting to work with that, man? Oh my God. That'd be legendary. I mean, we already have so many legends on our show, starting obviously with Eddie, but with Emilio, man. None of us would be here if it wasn't for Emilio. And he gets uncomfortable when we say it, so I love it when he can't stop me. But none of us would be here if it wasn't for Emilio Rivera. Never mind just the show, but even in our careers, that dude just, I know you and I've talked about it before, that dude just kicked open doors, and he's just been in the doorway ever, picking up all his brothers and sisters and letting us in too.
How beautiful would it be for him to put that cup back on, though?
Oh, yeah. It was. I had to shoot when he took it off. I directed that episode, and that was really emotional, man. That was like a tough scene. That was a really tough scene. It was beautiful with him and Irby and him saying goodbye. And even though there's no words, we filmed for a while, and we just let them talk. And, you know, Emilio went to someplace really, really pretty incredible. So, yeah, that would be something to see him put it on. I wonder if that'll ever happen.
That's a really cute idea, right?
Yeah, that's a cute idea. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I'll jot that down in Rosy's ideas. Rosy's way of how I'm gonna get rich is just stealing ideas from Rosy.
Please. I'm just trying to unravel the ones that you already have there.
So did you like this season? Let me ask you this. Did you like what we did this season?
You know that I loved it. I mean, I mean, first of all, I was talking about this earlier, and I was really reflecting, like, this is, I think I've been doing this now almost 16 years. And when I first started, I would get pitches for, and I'm sorry to make this about me, but
it's all about you.
You know, people would pitch me like this one Latino who was on this show that was playing like, you know, this really tiny role, because that's who the Latino was. And here I am, like 16 years later, supporting a show full of beautiful brown people by brown people. And I couldn't be more proud. I would have never guessed that I would be here right now. So thank you to you for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. We got to thank, you know, we got to thank the studio network and Kurt. And obviously it all comes back to Emilio for doing an amazing job that people would want to build a show around him. But, you know, Kurt was the one who wanted to do this. And then he, you know, picked some dude from Boston, you know what I mean? Picked me, who's just like, I'm everything, you know what I mean? And he's just like, but there was something that we connected on. And then it was just so important to bring people actually from a Richard Cabral on, the people that are actually from Southern California, Mexican Americans, and put them on TV. And then make it also more, you know, international to have, you know, even so it's been a really, but it all starts with the people who gave us the permission. It all comes with people who gave us permission to do it. And then now that we got our footing, now it's just like, yo, we don't ask for permission anymore. Let's just do this. Like, trust us. Like, we have their trust. That's what's beautiful about it, is like, we have their trust now. And I just can't wait for for y'all to see what we're going to do in season 4.
Ooh, somebody's saying finally Kurt gets his credit. I feel like we have to give Kurt credit. Always.
And I think, yeah, and I think it seems weird. I think the people from the outside,
Yeah.
that thing, there's something like, oh, well, we have to carve out our space, right? We have to carve out our space. And I even talk about the difference in storytelling. Like Kurt writes jazz, man. Like Kurt just writes jazz. He just writes himself in the corners. He flies so loose. It always makes me so panicked. I could never play jazz. You know what I mean? I grew up playing music. It was my first band when I was 13. But if someone wanted to jam, I'd have to figure out 3 weeks earlier what I was going to play. So we're very different storytellers. But all of this starts with Kurt. We're all aware of that, man. So I hope that never gets lost. But I think what's important about this season is partly for us to get out of that shadow of Sons, you know. And I felt we spent 2 seasons genuflecting and on our knees to that, understandably. But now it's just like, yo, look what JD Pardo has done. Yo, look at Richie Cabral. Look what these people are doing. Look what CARLA BARATTA has done. You know what I mean? So I hope he never gets taken the wrong way, but also we gotta show our pride in what we're doing. And I know he's more proud than anyone.
Hell yeah. And really quick, I see somebody asking the same question. Tell us that Adelita's baby's still alive. I was certain until that finale, freaking Potter.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find out. I don't know. We gotta have to figure that out. I'll hit you up afterwards for ideas. And you know what question we've been asked the most out of all the questions is, where is Chucky?
I know. Every live I have, where is Chucky?
Yeah, where is Chucky? And so just so everyone knows, Michael Ornstein is a beautiful, beautiful man and our artist and collaborator and our brother. And his family was on the East Coast. And we were shooting during the pandemic, so it wasn't safe for him to travel. And we tried to do everything we could for it to happen. And he was written into the whole season, but there's no way that we could ask him to put his family at risk. So he went away, and because he was in love, that's where Chucky went. But you know, you better believe that you may be seeing Chucky again soon. I can't wait.
I think Chucky can be the nanny of Nails' baby with Angel.
Maybe Chucky's the one who's going to get them out of all that trouble they're in right now. Maybe Chucky's the one who's going to save the day. Who knows?
But what about poor Hank? His heart is broken.
What did Frankie Loyal do this season, man? How incredible is that? You know,
amazing.
Hiatus. Obviously, you know, I talked to all the actors, but I was like, bro, we're going to have you go some places, go some really tough places. And he went there, man. He came in with an open heart and he just laid it all out. And yeah, it was beautiful. The show. And I think that was something that was interesting to people. I think even like the scene with his mom, and so many of us, especially coming from this sort of, you know, self-destructive, bad decisions, gang life, any of that, we're still mama's boys. We still love our mom. This is part of it. Like, I'll always be a mama's boy till I die. Like, you know, and then you'd go home and that's still such a part of you. But then you go out and you cause all this damage and wreckage out in the world. But when you're home, you're still your mom's little boy. And Frankie played that so beautifully with Hank, man. I'm so indebted to Frankie and all of our actors.
I see Momo in the comments. I feel like Steve's departure is gonna make waves in the future, huh?
Oh, that's why I told the Momo in the beginning, because Momo knew where this was gonna end. You know, we'd written, you know, because Momo had made those Instagram videos when we first started that were hilarious. So he's already in the radar and he's really close with EMILIO. And so he wrote the character Steve was based on someone that's from my past that's gone and who I love very much. And so we were writing, it was always kind of had Momo in mind. It was his to lose, and he just killed it. He came on and he auditioned like 3 to 4 times, killed it, and what he did with that role. But as I explained to him, not only was it so important for the season, his death is going to have repercussions on all of our Mayans for the rest of the series. He'll live on as long as we get to make this show.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Elgin, thank you for such a beautiful season of television. Everything was amazing. I loved it so much, and I can't wait to see next season, because I mean, that's gonna be like, each time it's like better and better.
I can't wait to have you in the writer's room, so you're gonna tell us what next season is. You're gonna help us get out of these corners, man. You're gonna play a little jazz for us. It'll be great.
Listen, you're not ready to have me in the writer's room.
True.
Thank you guys. If you want to say a message to everybody watching before we go.
Thank you guys for everything. It's so weird. I was talking about with Richie on our live yesterday. It's so weird to be like, oh, you're fans. Fans sound so weird, but like, you got, it's like our blood, man. It is family. And it's not a word we throw around lightly. Like, we exist because of you. And even when things have looked the bleakest for us, you guys are always there and passionate. So it really is like, it's incredible. So thank you guys. And I can't wait for you to see what we're going to do. I hope we make you proud.
Thank you, boss. Thank you for joining us.
Dude. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.